What's it like being a black man in America? Are they gone? Okay, now that I have successfully got a lot of people off this video and we can now get into it, let's get real. This is Stoy Hall, your boy, my brand new channel where I'm going to get real about certain topics, whether that's financially related, whether that's what's going on in America today, whether that's something I just found on TikTok or Instagram. But what you're going to get is a real insight onto, one, what research I've done on it, two, how it relates back to you and money every day, and ultimately just a channel that, hey, you're going to be like, Stoy's my guy. And I'm going to say some unhinged, off the wall type shit on this channel. And I will be cussing. So if you don't like that, I do somewhat apologize, but it is who I am. So first, I, Stoy Hall, have my own business, Black Mammoth. We are a modern family office designed for women and minority business owners predominantly. What we do is we take care of everything financially for them under the sun. We are their right hand through everything in life. Okay. I also podcast host of No BS Wealth, which will be tagged in somewhere around here, where we interview badass entrepreneurs, learn what struggles they've been through, and really guide you on your path as a business owner. And then we've got ultimately this, and this is going to be fun. The reason I wanted to do this series overall is, one, because I don't get to go unhinged all the time. My marketing team said, why don't you just do something that's just 100% you and authentic, which usually I am, but this is going to allow me to do my creativity. And third, ultimately, is because you need this. It's true. You need a series like this. You need the dark humor. You need an outlet, but ultimately you need it to reflect back onto your everyday life and how that works and how money is involved with all of this. Every part of it, money is, and every topic's going to be related back to that because that's what I do. I'm a money guy. I talk about money. I build people's wealth. That's what I do every day. So why not do it from a different lens and a different perspective? So if I haven't lost you, let's dive into the first topic, one near and dear to my heart. I guess my heart, my skin color, whatever, and how that reflected who I am, where I've been, and what it's done for me from a money perspective. So yeah, black, growing up, single mother, single white mother, for those that want to know. Father not really around or in the picture at that point, past the age of 3. Yeah, very stereotypical. I get it. Let's go. Haha, jokes. Comment section, go ahead and light that up, please, for me. But ultimately, what it led to was light skin. For those that don't know, when you were light skinned growing up, specifically in the 90s, even more so than today, it still happens, but definitely in the 90s, I can promise you that, was you never fit one side or the other, right? Everything's always black and white, right? That's how we work. White side, black side. We love race here in America. When you're light skinned, you're in the middle because you're both. And look at me. Which means you end up being more like a chameleon. You don't really feel like you fit into one side or the other. One, you're black if you're hanging out with all the white people, and you're white, or too light skinned if you're hanging out with the darks, is what we like to call them. Which puts you at a weird situation when you're a child growing up. But what I will say is it taught me a very, very important life skill that I think we all should have, and that's to be able to overcome and adapt. And that's what I grew up doing. I overcame and adapt, fit in with everybody I could, really learn them and came down to their level. Now, some of you are going to be saying like, well, Stoy, don't you want to be your own person? Don't you want, isn't that kind of sad? Yeah. There's some negativity to it. My therapist will let you know that. But there's also a lot of positives because now I can go into almost any situation, read the room, and truly figure out who people are. That's something not a lot of you can do because you have blinders on. You are stuck to one way that you were raised or one view that you have. And ultimately, in today's age, in the world, you should be really focused on the humanity piece of it and the culture around all of that. So with that, being a business owner is awesome because I can fit in and work with anyone and figure out what's going on with them. And then ultimately, if I don't want to be hired by them, we just don't work with them because I have that choice. I have that choice now. And it's something that I hope to pass down to the boys, of being able to just always communicate with different people. And when we speak about that, and I speak about it a lot on all the other podcasts, of how that has determined how money interacts with me. The funny thing is we all kind of have that a little bit, or at least we should, right? You see it all over the media. You should have multiple streams of income, right? Multiple streams of revenue, whether that's selling widgets, buying products, blah, blah, blah. Well, and ultimately that is true. However, it doesn't mean that you have to have 17 different businesses. Could mean you have one business that has multiple streams in it. Could mean you have two businesses. Could mean you are a W-2 employee working somewhere, and then you have a side gig on top of that. But in order to do any of that, you have to what? Find common ground between people, figure out what they need, and then present the solution and sell the solution to them. Isn't that the same as trying to fit in, trying to figure out who they are? See, that's the skill set I get. And I've had in years and years of amazing mental fortitude, if we'll go with that word, that maybe you haven't. And so today, why don't you think about that? Reflect on that. Reflect on where you're at with your money situation right now, okay? Have you been stuck in your ways saying this is the only way I can make money? Or are there other avenues? Can I learn from someone? Can I take that little nugget I did and actually put it into play? Or am I still so stuck in my views and my ways and stubborn that this is the only way for me? I promise you one thing. If you do stay in your ways and in your lane and not learn and not adapt and not bring in different cultures and understand how this whole money game works or this game of life, then you are not going to grow. You will not be successful. You will not hit those goals that you want, because ultimately it's just about you and you're a very selfish person. So think about it. Think what that means to you, and we'll go from there. So this is it. This is what this whole episode's about. This is what the whole series is going to be about. It's going to be me, probably with more data than I had there, because this is the intro one, spitting back things to you from a real perspective. And we're going to get really real here. Most of these episodes are going to be around 10 minutes, so it's going to be nice, fresh, quick. Nothing that you have to spend too much time listening to, because, boy, we don't need to do that with Stoy all the time. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you're going to take something, you're going to learn something from someone who is real, someone who has their CFP, someone who's been around, been through and lived a life probably very similar to yours. If not, you are going to learn from that, and you're going to be able to take that and hopefully, one, improve humanity, ultimately. Two, improve your life and be able to go on your journey to focusing and making sure that you can hit your goals. Because guess what? Money doesn't matter. Your joy, your life experiences matter. Money is just the avenue of how we can achieve those. So you focus on you, figure out your value, figure out what brings you joy, and then let's figure out how to get you that money to do so. Hey, I'm Stoy Hall. I'm out. Next time on Let's Get Real, let's really, really get real.